Hello, and I guess welcome to a new season. In a sense, I've technically played a bit this season, but we're going to be playing a little bit of Dark Elves. This is a potentially difficult starting matchup here for us. Let's have a look at the team. Some guard. They're missing a blitzer, which is nice, but they do have a strength 5 thrower, which is, I mean, you know, arguably outrageous. How are they doing? 13-1-4. So our first game is against a team that's played 15 games. So, you know, not off to the best start in that sense. And we're 10k. I probably am going to spend into that because it feels like it's probably worth it. I don't think we have any tackle options, right? No. So that means, I guess, Wizard and Bribe? I can't leave 90k go and spare, or even 40k. We're so far behind here already. I forgot to look at our team sheet, but, you know, to show you guys. We're playing 4 blitzers and a witch elf. And 1 reroll. So, we'll see how that pans out. This may be a bad starter game. We'll see how it goes. If it is, we'll probably just... I might restart the team depending on what state they're in afterwards. You still never really want to start with a loss, even if we're just trying to play it sort of a bit more casual for fun. This is I would say this is a lucky matchup for the Amazons. At their team value, running into a fresh team is pretty tasty. And you know, they only gave away 240k with a 3, you know, fully rerolled and appoed and reasonably level team with a 2 strength up thrower. So that kind of shows you some of the insanity of the value of Amazons, right? The fact that we're running 1 reroll, have no appo, and we still only have 240k to spend is sort of mind-boggling. I suppose they're only on 11 players, so there is that. I think we're going to try and carry on a blitzer to start with. I normally try and carry on the witch first, but I think I want the witch free for surfing. I suppose we should get the blitzers up here, actually. Okay, and I think that's basically how we're setting up here. Perfect defense. Not too terrible under these circumstances. Oh, they're gonna stop us from hitting anybody though. Actually, that is not gonna stop us from hitting people. That is... So, our one little advantage we had here, instantly gone. But, you know, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Maybe. We could try and work our way down from one end to the other. Like, just try and hit one of these end ones off and then work down. But there may not be a lot of value to it. If we hit this side, well, Okay, currently we could hit this side. Put an assist. Blitz. Never mind. Never mind. Let's protect the ball a little bit before we do this. Because I'm not feeling confident about this in any way at all. Hey, look at that. Immediate pair. And the one person who could... So I think we are... No, I still don't want to carry on the witch. Don't fail this, we've only got one reroll. Thank you. And now it's kind of dodge off one at a time. Pretty rough start, eh? Pretty rough start. So we'll see what happens here. Obviously that was just... That perfect defense was actually pretty disastrous. I mean, I guess they did the right thing ultimately. If they get all knockdowns here, we're pretty much in dire straits. Maybe I should have put the ball back here. The basic plan was going to be to try and sort of half turn the corner so we could at least make the most of the fact that he had kind of over committed to the front here. As it is, we're going to get our ball hit. Just got to hope they can't pick it up then. They don't have sure hands, so there is that. If we have to use the wizard to get it back, I mean, you know, what are we saving it for? We may as well use it, right? It's going to be hard to get a ton of players through to where the ball will end up. I presume he'll blitz with the strength 5 because that's the easiest blitz, but then... Because of that angles here, it's actually, unless it bounces back in a really unfortunate way, it could well end up like behind here and we still have the chance to go pick it up and get somewhere. So arguably could have been more dire. But there's still time. Let's see. Let's see. Got a couple of guys around the corner. We'll see if this one falls over. If not, maybe we can still push up there. Okay, they do. I mean, theoretically, we could still push up there. Presume he's going to come through with this now. Oh, hang on. No, he has to make the loner block. Doesn't pay off. So, you know, in that sense, very nice. I might have put him here so that you could do that and then blitz with this one, seeing as the ball is not going to be available now. Yeah, I think realizing now that this is kind of open. Going after the witch. Could we also just reverse around this way? I mean, theoretically. Which is fine. What's she gonna do? Space us up there, okay. I think it's not a bad idea. She'd actually prefer to be here, so maybe she should have knocked the witch here and then followed up here to trap us in. That would have been quite nasty. Maybe realizing that now and regretting decisions. Alright, so what we're going to do is a bit of this. Excellent. We are rolling pairs as well, so that's pretty tasty. You've just... Oh no, you do have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he could get to here. Let's get you to there. Very nice. What else can we do here? Get you guys up, I guess. Just push back so we don't get surfed here. Okay, I mean, that's still good. Because it helps protect our backfield, whereas, you know, otherwise maybe he knocks this guy over. So I'd argue that that's not a bad recovery there. You know what, I don't know why I wasn't thinking I could move this guy across. Oh, I suppose, yeah, no, actually that I couldn't have moved that guy across. It would have opened up the hole here, so. I'm fine with what we did. Okay, looks like they've managed to chain into the witch. Out goes the blitzer. So now they could arguably open up a hole here if they want. Yeah. It's tricky though. Are they going to try and hit the witch here? Yep, gets the full pow. Doesn't really open up a hole though. We're still protected here, which is nice. Obviously, you know, in an ideal world, we'd probably be on defense or something and probably try and jump on them and foul them. Or in a second to ideal world, we'd have not got our entire front line based up on attack and sort of lose our impetus that way as well. Both of those things would have been great. But considering that, I mean, it could be worse. I still don't feel overly confident about this, but you know, you just gotta hope that you don't roll ones at important points. Okay, that's a good good situation for us. I feel like they're gonna reroll this. No, okay. They do get the KO, of course. So I think the obvious thing here is just to work up round the back. This really needs to be our blitz so we don't have to try and make a dodge. Nice. At least we're powering them as much as they're powering us. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm happy with this situation, but I guess arguably it could be going worse, right? Although, I don't know that it could be going much worse, really. Oh, it definitely could, actually. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that. It totally could be going worse. We're so surrounded here. Yeah, it's about as much as we can do. I mean, it's kind of a nightmare matchup for anybody that isn't dwarfs or chaos dwarfs. This early in their, you know, team's development. And you know, the fact that they've got the 2 armor breaks rather than us, despite being alarm value 8, is obviously a bad situation. They've probably had they have had a few more blocks than us, I suppose, if we want to be fair. I knew that this was a possibility, but if I put this guy here, then they just knock him over and it's much easier to get there, so... This is as, you know, without GFIing, which when you've got 1 reroll, you can't really do as much as you'd like. This is about as good as we could hope. I suppose going 1 more square to get out of, to get in potential touchdown range would be nice. That's another pair there. So let's see what happens with the ball here. Alright, that should be relatively easy for them to surround and pick up, potentially. Good news is they won't be picking it up on the strength 5 one this turn. Bad news is it's turn 3 and we've lost the ball, but I mean, it was sort of incoming, wasn't it? It was always on the cards. Let me reroll that one. The good thing about Amazons is that you can base up their entire team and not really worry as well. Okay, I mean that's definitely a positive. Alright, so what can we get over here? This feels like the more sensible option. And see if we can drive her onto the ball. There goes our reroll, but we have to use it now, obviously. Well, double ones are the big, you know, problem area for this team. Unfortunately, we rolled it on our second roll of the turn, which is not great. But I think that was the right move. Our entire team was base, so there wasn't really many other options, was there? If we want to get technical about it. Definite reroll there. Oh, sweet. That was unlucky. Unfortunately, we've used our reroll, so our turn could be over very fast. I guess we'll try this again. Hmm. Could we get this in any way safe, I wonder? We could get him here. Him here. This guy's trapped. So, not really. Could do handoff and dodge up into the corner. Let's see, so it'd be 2+ for that. 2+ for that. 3+, 2+ for the top. Nice, roll in pairs. Let's drop a foul in here. I think we have a bribe, so... Did I get a bribe? I think I did. Alright. I mean, I can't complain about any of that. Yeah. That turn went about as well as I could have hoped, honestly. We still may not escape here, but I mean, boy, are we in a better situation than I thought we were going to be. Quad Skulls is, you know, the Bash team's double ones, right? Even though it's effectively double ones twice, so it's even worse, but it's, you know. You know what I mean. Downside to this player is that as good as they are, and they're going to be horrific on attack, they you know, don't dodge out any better or anything like that. So a lot of the time they're just making blocks. I presume we're going to see a like GFI here and then dodge off blitz with that, but that does mean 2 dodges, which 2 1 in 9s, which means 2 in 9. Chance of failure on the dodges. Followed by another 1 in 9 to, you know, to have a bad block. So that's 3 in 9, that's 1 in 3. Definitely possible. And we do have some close by players as well, right? If they do dodge this one off, then we have these 2 players that can hopefully come and influence everything up here. Alright, they made the first one. Made the second one. Made the third one. Yeah, it makes the most sense. Try and get it near to your players if you can. That's an awkward position. They're probably going to put it in the GFI to try and protect it. Probably should put it in the second one. Oh, I mean, that's another option. Might let that go. No. Okay. So she's doing like a 50-50 3+ just to get force us into a 2+. Which isn't odds that you'd want to take necessarily. But she does have dodge. Let's go mark her up. And her. Get you there. You here. I think this is about as good as we can hope for from this. Gives us a 2 dice at least. With block. Double pairs is nice. That's unfortunate. Still 3-on-3 up here currently. Semi-tricky to get anybody else up there. Not impossible. No rerolls on either side. That keeps things exciting, right? Having the witch here is great if she can stay alive, which is no certainty. Suppose if he manages to get the witch off and grabs the ball, then he's in a really good position. Another pow on the witch. Yeah, that's what we needed when we did our block here. So, okay, so that's a big swing there. I guess the good news is that our guys are on this side, so if they get the ball and come back, it's sort of heading towards us in some way. I wonder what the plan here is. I wonder if he'll actually move anything here. Alright, nice. Might just dodge this one off, but then that does free up this guy, which you don't want to do necessarily, so I don't know. Gonna dodge this one around or something? No, just gonna take hits. 1 dice. I guess that frees up this one to come up here or something. Oh, they can come up here, that's even better. So I'm thinking right now, if they don't do anything crazy up here, I just stand this one up, 1 dice this, onto the ball and see what happens. Other option is that we dodge GFI here to make it a 2 dice, which does, you know, improve our odds slightly. Gonna dodge this one off somewhere? Hey, Dweebo, how's it going? I think so, because there was I think the whole thing with the money thing is part of the fact that it is supposed to be the last one. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but that, yeah. So what do we like better here? Do we like... I'm definitely standing this guy up. So should I 2+2+, blitz, or should I 1 dice? I should probably 2+2+. Or not. Not recently through some of the admins. I think the money was more to get people back to Blood Bowl 2 as 3 was so bad. Oh, I don't know then. I do not know. Maybe it depends on if Blood Bowl 3 actually gets a CCL up and running, right? Which I suppose we'll find out relatively shortly. Yeah, I mean, whether that roadmap is going to be modified now because of how poor reception has been and how desperate they are to get people playing it. Yeah, they might change out some of what they're doing, but I suppose the lack of communication means that maybe they won't, because obviously you'd think if you wanted to get people G'd up because you're making positive changes that you would actually tell them. So part of me is feeling like nothing's really happening with it outside of what they said, or maybe they just feel like it's too brave, as you know, it'd be too as poorly as their other announcements have gone in terms of results to what they've said. Maybe they just don't want to announce it till it actually happens. I guess we'll see. So we've got 4 KOs so far. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe CCL will keep going, but I kind of wonder if there's a lot of people that have just stopped playing either at the moment until Blood Bowl 3, you know. I can kind of see it, like, if you're not, like, streaming or like, really an extremely keen player, I could see just being like, yeah, I'll take this as a break, play some other games, and then when Blood Bowl 3 is ready, I'll jump back in. Yeah. Alright, so, I mean, there's definitely a chance to score here. I should probably go hit that ball, shouldn't I? Don't double on me again. I should have stood these guys up. Can I reach it? Oh, I can only sort of half reach it. That's still the right move, I think. Nice, nice. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? Oh, how could you? How could you? I mean, honestly, just to get up there I'm happy with. I mean, not happy with, but it definitely could be worse under the circumstances. You know, he's got a scoring threat in, so might still go for this. We've made the surf awkward on the plus side. I think that's the right option though. I mean, in fairness, if we had gone for the 3+ throw, we'd have made the throw, but we'd have still dropped the catch, so... Now, had we have known we were only going to roll 3+s up to that point, we probably could have taken some dodgy dodges and had much less rerolls, but, you know. Usually you have to, you play for the smaller rolls, even if it's a few more. Yeah. It's been a interesting game so far. We've we had an unfortunate snake, and they've had an unfortunate quad skull. And outside of that, it's just been bashing each other to pieces, so... But not in a kind of permanent way, just in a KO way, which is going to be extremely swingy as to who comes back. Oh, nice. So a lot of this comes down to if his 3 guys come back, or if our 4 guys come back. I see the witch running off. Does that mean she's come back? I don't know. Oof. All 3 for him. 2 for us. So yeah. It could have been more swingy. Wow. 3 6s there on the KOs. 4 6s on the KOs. I mean, that's, you know, that's between us, but... a snack. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, good news is we, did we get our blitzer back? No, we're missing a blitzer, which is definitely problematic. But, you know, we have the wizard. So, what am I doing? So, we're still in it. We're more in it than I thought we were going to be at this point. The quad skull was as brutal in terms of him being able to score as a double ones were for us being able to score. So, and I managed not to have to use the wizard on our own offense, which is good. So we'll see how it goes. Have you seen this thrower? Pretty brutal. It really needs to save the wizard for her, to be honest. I really didn't want to use it, because I knew if we used it in the first half to score, the ball's just going on her, and we don't stand a chance. With a wizard, there is a chance. The main problem was at the beginning of the game, they perfect defensed us and just did their entire defense in front of our... kind of similar to how it looks now, in front of our front line. Which causes some major issues. So the fact we didn't get scored on, I'm kind of okay with. But let's see how it pans out. We do have a bribe in the bag as well, so fouling will be good. Oh, another dub skull. It's had a few skulls, but it's been making more blocks, so... Well, that paid off for him, didn't it? First player down. That's one potential nail in the coffin of restarting the team if we don't win the game. I suppose arguably we could keep him around and just put him on the front line. We are yet to get SPP, I think, out of this. Which is unfortunate, but maybe we'll get some at some point. Amazon's well known for being extremely hard to break. Physically. Their armor holds up to anything. Okay, so he's going to pick up on a blitzer so he doesn't hurt his thrower. That's the funny thing, right? You get a strength fight, you get a player this good, and suddenly you don't want to use them anymore. One of the little ironies of having a good player. But they're now 3 players up, which is pretty brutal. We're obviously just going to knock this one over and try and foul it. No need to use the wizard till crunch time. If I do this, I could actually take a hit with the witch if it goes wrong, which it does. Well. I mean, so much for playing optimally. You know when you try to sort of maximize your hits? Oh well, I mean, we still have a wizard. We still have 3 blitzers. There is a chance. There is a chance. He's made the mistake of doing what we did, so now his player will get injured. Oh, that's not how that was supposed to go. And you know, it's in a small way, it's a sort of great example. Yeah. I mean, she's been knocked over a lot, that witch elf. She got KO'd in the first half as well and injured now. But that was a good example of, like, you know, we both did a similar move in some ways. But one of them turned out disastrously. And one of them went well. And it's a good example of how that can sort of pan out. Yeah. Alright, so let's try this again. I mean, we're gonna re-roll that. Alright, we got a stun. We now have a hit on the guard. If we can knock her over, we do knock her over on the plus side. We'll stay on that. Then we can foul her. Okay. Wasn't quite as effective as I was hoping, if I'm being honest. What would you have done with 250k here, Dweebeer? I went for Wizard and Bribe, because at the time it felt like a good idea. If they had any kind of tackle guys on the bench, I might have gone for that, but the Dark Elf options are so-so for star players at times. I mean, they have some good ones, but I don't think any of them were sort of peak greatness for this game. Could have considered Eldril, I suppose, but I think it would just be Eldril. So... I've been fouling when I can. The first half, I couldn't foul as much as I wanted because they got perfect defense on me, and that was, as you can imagine, that was a big problem because I had 5 across the front to get my blocks on his front line. Yeah, it felt like the right choice, but I mean, there's always, you know, now it feels like Eldril would have been better because I could have been focusing on the cage. Although keeping it off the strength 5 also feels pretty good. So, you know, I suppose it's the wizard is doing a job even as we speak. The problem is that we need to start getting more of their players off the field because it's 11 versus 7 right now, and that's not going to be enough for the wizard to have any kind of actual effect. So just be able to surround our whole team. Dirty player loner, and a bribe. Yeah, it's not bad, cool. I like that. Yeah. Under normal circumstances where we don't get bashed out so much, I think it would look pretty good. I think we have to bide our time with the wizard here. I don't think we get any value out of it at the moment. I don't know when we are going to get any value out of it, but I don't see it producing anything right now. Unless we went for the sort of low probability sort of dropping a fireball here or something. Would that be okay? If we did a fireball... probably not. We'll just push this one over here. And take a 1 dice here. I should maybe be standing people up. I'm getting a bit lazy because... but I shouldn't, because it's still 0-0. So we should still be playing optimally. We'd 1 dice this and push somebody onto the ball. I kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. If we can just keep a few players around and see if we can pressure them. I actually think this person is pretty decent, though. They've done some chain pushing and stuff like that, so they haven't made any obvious like positional errors or anything, so I think it's going to be hard to force them in early when they've got such a high lead on players. But we'll see, because things can, things can happen. Not to get too technical, but they definitely can. And maybe we can still force them in with 2 turns if we preserve that wizard and players close by. They don't have sure hands. They don't have Agi 4, so yeah. So for reference, this is their 15th game with this team, and this is our first game with our team, and we only had 250k. It's kind of crazy how much value Amazons get. Like, I mean, you can see the skill ranges that they've got, and then they've got the full, like, 3 rerolls and Apo. We have 1 reroll, no Apo, and no skills, and we were 240 behind. It's crazy what value you get at this stage of Amazons. I know as you go on it gets worse, but they're getting so much out of that, out of what they've got. I'm a little surprised didn't go for wrestle on this one. I feel like I mean, I don't play Amazons, but I feel like you want at least 1 wrestle, right? To help you with block. Block blitzes and such. So much horse on the weekend. Spun into 4, 70% coaches in succession. 2 lost numbers. Finished the qualification chances. The record was on the edge. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's the problem with playing, right? Playing as its own punishment in some ways. I don't see any reason to follow. Man, these guys are made of stone stuff. Skull. No, power. Okay. Alright. That's nice. Yeah, I think... I kind of wondered that, whether it was going to be a case of the people that come back are going to be, like, the good players, right? Okay, I guess we deserve that. Yeah, it would be interesting to know what the overall... I'm sure somebody could look it up, but I don't know. It would probably also take a lot of work if you don't have, like, algorithms you can plug into it. But it'd be interesting to see what the average win rate of people playing this CCL is compared to the last couple of CCLs, right? That'd be an interesting stat, because like you say, I'm sure there's a bunch who also, you know, also people that are seeing a drop-off in Blood Bowl 3 viewership, and they're like, oh, you know, I was putting a lot into that, but now that there's money on the line, and there's, you know, it doesn't really matter which I play, why not play Blood Bowl 2? Whereas I'm sure more casual players who don't feel like they're going to progress anyway are just like, that's not going to bring me back. It's not like I'm going to make it, so... It probably is a bad time to be playing. If there was any reason to play Blood Bowl 3, I might be playing that just because I've been enjoying the games more. The very few that I've played. Just because of the new teams, mainly. New teams and the slightly changed rules. This might be an attempt to tempt me into the lightning bolt, but we shall stay strong here. Still hate it. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but it's I don't feel a reason to play it. If that makes sense. It's just, sorry, I was just considering my next move. Let me get moved here, and then I'll try and use my brain again. Bit sad, but it does let us move 2 players down. I will follow that. Just to give us a bit of room to run out if we can next turn. Yeah, the thing with Blood Bowl 3 is I literally just enjoy playing it for the new rules and the new teams. The look, I don't care anymore about, and obviously there's no reason to play in terms of progression of teams and such, and I think one of the strengths of games like this, and like another game, other games I've liked to play that are like this, and Necromunda and Mordheim, stuff like that, is the progression of your team. And whilst technically you can progress your team in the open ladder thing that they have going, you don't know where you are in the table. There's, it's very random. There's no stats. Stats are a big thing. I don't play tabletop, no. There's not really... I guess if I was going to make an excuse, our local game store has never managed to get a league together. They've talked about doing it a ton of times and just haven't got it together, so... maybe I could have... Maybe if I had pushed hard enough, I could have helped organize it or whatnot, but... At the times that's been an option, I've been organizing other things that sort of were enough to... you only want to sort of be responsible for organizing so much, if that makes sense, because wrangling people is just a big pain, so... So yeah, I probably would play tabletop if there was a local league. I have played a lot of tabletop Necromunda. At various times in my life, and that's great. It's sort of similar, but similar in the sense of you get the cool progression, and you almost play in a bit of a league format, although it isn't technically a league. But maybe a little bit more story-driven than Blood Bowl, where it's more just about what your players turn into, which I like. Okay, I think he's really trying to get the fireball out of us now, and arguably this is actually a great time to do it. So I'm gonna do it. He's tempting me, and I'm gonna fall for it because that is a pretty solid fireball, and we do have players around to take advantage. Okay, that was one of the better ones I've had lately. Temptation successful. Now, how do we do this, I wonder? Still got players close by. Probably like this. If I had a reroll... Oh, it makes so much difference here. Yeah, that was a good one. It feels like what I should do is get this guy over here, pick up the ball, chuck it to him. I suppose it's sort of go big or go home at this stage, so we got to roll some dice. There's no real way around this. Okay, so far so good. You're KO'd. You can get away. There's not much we can do about that. Drop a foul here. Ineffective. Wish I had one more player to do something with, but we don't, so we'll take what we can get. We are definitely reachable. Yeah, that was... I mean, I honestly think he did that to tempt us, right? To try and get it out so that he could go pick it up and get into a safe position, which... I understand, but... Obviously, it also has its risks. Is he putting a blitz in before he... Oh, I suppose it's tricky, isn't it? Because, like, he can't get... Like, he's going to have to put in a GFI with a loner for the 2 dice. I think probably still worth. Oh, this is a rough decision here from his perspective. Okay, so he's gonna 2 dice this. With... Okay. So he's doing that one first. Then he's going to 2 dice this, I imagine. Although it's scary because, you know, you could double both down that, couldn't you? I can't get enthusiastic about it. I mean, this is a great position. But there's still a chance. The fact we got 2 blitzes up here is quite nice, though. And the fact that we actually have this somewhat cordoned off, so he's got to... It's awkward for him to actually get anywhere. Okay, that was successful. So is he going to move her up? Oh, that's a GFI for her as well. So I think he's going to do the loner and then the blitz. And obviously if the loner fails here, it's GG, but it probably won't because it's 2+. Yeah. So now he's got a sort of double GFI blitz. And then he's got to hope that he's got somebody to... Not picking up the thrower is interesting. Okay, ball is out. And it's not like the thrower can get anywhere. Don't you catch that? Okay, that's not a bad place for it to go. Thrower should be up by now, I think. I think he's going to try and tag this blitzer with her. Okay. Makes it, unfortunately. Oh, doesn't make it. Okay. Alright. So let's have a look at our options here. You are standing up. You are standing up. I think this guy's standing up. I think this guy stands up. This guy has to dodge off up to here. This guy comes, blitzes, and then tries to get the ball. Oh, we failed to pick up. Okay, not a bad scatter though. Not a bad scatter. I'd have liked to pick up the ball, get to here, and then dodge this guy off around here. That would have been near perfect, but... You know, we're no reroll Dark Elves, but we do have 3 blitzers up here. Are they going to be able to chain these guys off the ball? That's good. Oh, onto the ball maybe? Oh, it's risky, but like if it scatters back here, you're great. So, yeah. I think at this point, they're seeing the... Okay, that's nice though. Now you're relying on the loner to go grab that ball. Oof. I mean, whether we can manage a 2+ pickup here or not, I don't know, but... They are unlikely to win. I don't know if they're going to try. They're probably just going to try and keep a draw for the record. But we'll see. Yeah. Because it's like, what, 3+ pickup, and then probably a 6+ throw, followed by probably another 3+ handoff? Like, it's not good. Oh, hang on, it's very sunny as well. Does get our blitzer down, unfortunately, so we're going to have to make some dodges and such things. Could have pushed us onto the ball there. Interesting choice not to. These guys can't get involved, which is nice. Oh, she can get involved. Oh, I didn't realize they hadn't used the blitz. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, that might make my decision-making easier. Yeah, okay. So I think it's basically dodge off, blitz, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's I think about as good as we can do. Oh. That was unlucky, wasn't it? Well. I suppose, oh boy, we... Ay. Okay, we did level up a blitzer. So, you know, bright side. We leveled up a blitzer, we didn't lose anybody vital to the team. I think they... I mean, obviously at the end they lucked out big time there. Because that was, what, like a 2+... 2+, 2+... 2+. It was 5 2+s in a row, basically, including the block. So, I mean, you could argue that that's pretty lucky to have not lost at the end. But we did not get a lot out of that, honestly. The fact the fireball was good was pretty much what made it a draw. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. Ooh, this was not in the plans, but I mean, you know, that's what we're doing. So I guess we'll give this team another go. I'd have liked to have been a little bit closer to a second reroll. But, you know, we're not. Where are we at in the day? Thanks for watching, YouTube. Join us next time where we see if we carry on with this team or not. If it ties or loses, we probably don't. If we manage to grab a win, we probably do. It's pretty much that's where we're at. But I'll catch you guys next time. Bye for now.